It was tucked inside a second-hand book I bought on a whim, a dog-eared copy of a novel I'd read years ago but couldn't quite remember. I picked it off a cart outside a dusty bookshop on a street I rarely walked, on a day I hadn't meant to go anywhere. Funny how some things find you only when you're not looking. The letter was folded neatly between pages 84 and 85, barely thicker than the paper itself. No envelope, just one sheet, slightly yellowed at the edges. I hesitated before opening it. It felt like trespassing. But something told me this wasn't meant to be lost forever. The handwriting was delicate but sure, like someone who used to be afraid of saying too much but had finally learned to speak. "I don't know if this will ever reach you," it began, "but I need to say it anyway." The rest of the letter didn't contain any names. No dates, no locations, just feelings. Honest ones. Regret, tenderness, moments remembered in vivid fragments. The way light fell on a kitchen table, the exact shade of someone's laugh, the silence after a door closed and didn't open again. Whoever wrote it wasn't asking for anything. Not forgiveness, not a reply. Just the chance to finally speak, even if no one ever listened. And now I was listening. I read it twice, then 3 times. Not because I was searching for meaning, but because something in it echoed, not in my mind, but in my ribs. I thought about the letters I never sent, the ones I wrote in my head on long walks home, the ones I began typing and then deleted at the last sentence, the ones that never even made it to paper, but lived inside me like sealed jars on a dusty shelf. Why is it that the things we most need to say are often the ones we never do? Maybe because we're afraid they'll change nothing, or worse, that they will. I didn't put the letter back. I couldn't. It felt like it had become part of me the moment I unfolded it. So I wrote one of my own. Not to the same person, not even to someone who would ever read it, but to a version of myself that had stayed quiet for too long. I didn't write for closure, I wrote for release. I didn't sign it, I didn't mail it. I folded it once and placed it between pages 143 and 144 of a book I no longer needed. And I left it on a park bench. Maybe someone else will find it. Maybe they won't. But someone once wrote something they couldn't keep inside. And because of that, I found a piece of myself. Sometimes we don't need to be heard. We just need to finally speak.